Alright, hey there guys. So it's been a little while since I put the tutorial up for Roblox, and here we go. So if you guys can't tell by all this and the title, I'm going to be going over a bunch of built-in functions relating to math within Lua scripting. So I'm on the wiki right now. You guys can go ahead and find this site on the wiki. So I'm just going to go ahead and start reading them off. So we have math.abs. As you guys can see here, it returns the absolute value of x. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit so you guys can see better. Hopefully the text isn't too small for you guys. So if you don't know what an absolute value is, it's basically, for whatever number that is, how many spaces is it from 0. So either negative or positive. You always get a positive with absolute. Math.acos, I don't know how you want to pronounce it. It's the arc times the cosine of x. Personally, I don't know the acos, asyn, and all this. I'm pretty sure it just means the inverse of it. Like, so you to take it and do sine of -1. Actually, you know what? Let me check that. All right, no, I'm wrong. All right, so yeah. Oh, cosine. My mistake. Cosine. No, that's weird. And then this is tangent. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Seal. CL. I don't know how you want to pronounce it, but I've always thought of it like math.ceiling kind of way. It rounds any number up. So say we have. This is good for a case where you want to find the nearest number while still being efficient, and you want to have something that, how to say, rounds up, I guess. You could actually tie it together with math.floor to make it an actual rounding system. But let's see. So say we have local num equals 14.6 and local nem equals 1.2. So if we were to print either of these initially, we'd get the initial numbers with the values. Now, if you're going based on the usual representation of rounding, you round if the 10th place or the next number is in 5 or above, and if it's not, then you leave it alone. But in the case of seal, like stealing, you go up no matter what. I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Oh, that's why. For a second I was confused what I did wrong. Alright, that was my mistake, sorry guys. Why not put it? But yeah. So this is basically a way to make everything rounded up. And voila, our 14.6 went up to 15, which would have happened in our 1.2 went up to 2, which would have went down to, say, 1. Actually, what's this? Down here. Okay, local 9, local them equals 12.3. So this is where we start to get into some more. So we have our math.cosine, math.kos. See, I don't really use the cosines and all that with these themselves, because that's when you get into geometry and some trigonomics with triangles, which I haven't really done yet. So returns the angle x given in radians. Okay. Math.exponential. EXP. So math.exponential is if you're looking for an exponential number, I guess. Let me try this actually. Print. Wait, that's weird, because no, it can't be an exponential, can it? No, there's no way it can be an exponential. Returns the value of e to the power of x. What? We can come back to another video. Let's just move on. So math.floor. Math.floor is basically math.ceil, but opposite. So you floor it or lower it down to the closest number below. Math.floor, and then your number. There's a few uses for these, but I personally haven't really used any of these yet. Alright, let's go ahead and close this. So here we go. We got our ceiling, we got our ceil, and our floor. So I'm going to be skipping over some of these because I don't really know all of them enough to explain to you guys. So let's get into math.huge. So if you guys have ever seen some pre-modeled scripts that you see for script builders on like forums and that, you'll see people putting up like scripts that say like character.humanoid.health equals math.huge. Math.huge is a representation of infinity, or a huge number that the server can't comprehend, I guess you could say. So if we were to go to print math.huge, one to a number of infinity. Max. Okay. So yeah, alright, that's pretty cool. So math.max, math.min, it checks through a set of arguments, and whichever number is higher or whichever number is the lowest. I guess this could be good if you're running through a check of, say, like, alright, say in a game you're counting how many times someone's already done something, and you have a value. And the more you've done it before, the less likely you are to get it. You probably use this. Math.pi is obviously pi. It's a pretty large number, I guess you could say. I don't know, could you call it large? But if you guys don't know what it is, it's the circumference of the circle to its diameter. Okay, so here's this. Alright, math.pow is creating exponentials. My mistake earlier was I accidentally said that. No. Math.rad. Math.rad is used when you're C-framing a part and you want to turn it. So math.rad example would be, here your argument is the amount of degrees you want to turn. Math.random. So math.random would be exactly that. You take a random number and you have two arguments typically. You have your first argument and your second argument. This typically being your lowest number you want to search through and your highest number. So basically it'll search for anything from 33 to 126 in between. Anything between is possible. It's all random. Math.sign, math.sign h, yeah. Sign h is the inversion. That was my mistake earlier. And yeah, inversion. Yeah, so it was right. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's really all I have to say for this video. I mean, there's really not much to it. I really, I do have mistakes that I made here and there, but hold up. I'm just gonna show you guys math at random, show you that it's actually like really great. There we go. Every time it goes through, it gives you a completely random number. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna be leaving this video here. This wasn't the best quality wise. I might have to make this again or something. But thank you for watching. I will try to learn about more of these so I can explain to you guys in the future. So if you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. Feel free to check out some of my other tutorials I do. I do tutorials pretty often, and I hope to see you guys in my other videos.